Hey everyone, been a while. So, those who don't know, my name's Owen James McCarthy, also known as Kashimoto on most online sources and everything like that. And, yeah, I want to first say I've recently moved, as you can tell by the background, hopefully. But no, I've recently moved in with my mate Simon, in Derry, Northern Ireland. Yeah, going from like the south of England all the way up here, kind of a big change. And that's what I want to do, like, especially in 2019. 2019's going to be the year I go pro. I'm doing this small, like, documentary somewhat series on my channel to keep up to date with myself, keep you guys up to date, and to see if I can achieve the goal of going pro in gaming. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the first installment of a documentary series I'll be doing called The Pro Circuit. Roll intro.
Op 4, last operator standing.
Good job.
Prevent further access to the biohazard.
So the Pro Circuit is it's basically what I said. It's me going pro, and the reason why I'm doing this because I just recently moved, as I said. But at the same time, I've always felt there was something missing or something I need to do in my life. I was never big in sports. If anything, the biggest sport I'm ever been into is baseball, and I'm British, so hello, there's no baseball in this country. You have to like football or rugby. And I'm just like, that's not my thing. But I know I can never do baseball. I'm not athletic enough or anything like that. But then I heard about esports, and I've been a fan of esports for a good while. I used to watch Halo 3's esports tournaments online when I could, like just different clips of I don't even remember the teams back then, it's been so long. But I used to really like that, and I did do back in my Halo 3 days the MLG like tournament things you can do, like, you know, you can set up your own teams and all that type of stuff and fight against other teams. I used to do that with some of my mates. Now, truth be told, I did think I was the best player out of them, so I started doing solo, and even though I did get my ass kicked, I still was able to get somewhere in the midst of a combat situation, of a fight. I can remember the tactics and all that I did for that type of stuff. But as a team, I always felt, wouldn't say I was lone wolf, I just always felt these guys weren't picking up at times. With this scenario, I know what games I've chosen. Two of them are very heavily team based at times. You can solo in one of them, but there's a team there to help. So I'm gonna start off is I've been a gamer for all my life. As far as I remember, I can remember being the age of 6 and everything, having a Game Boy, probably color or just regular, and having Pokemon Yellow in it, playing it at the time at my nan's. Remember just coming home. We went to my nan's for like Sunday dinner, and I was playing Pokemon Yellow at the time. And since then, I've been always passionate about games and all that. I've had a PlayStation 1, 2, Xbox DS, or every type of game console you can think of. I've always been very passionate. And the biggest one I've been passionate about is definitely ones with a competitive ability. I remember always having my friends come around at times when I was living in London and all that. I had my neighbour, I had few friends down the street would come over. One of my friends would bring Smash Bros, and I would play the hell of that. When I got my copy, I would learn all the techniques. I would try beat them. Same with like shooters. Sometimes we play co-ops, of course, but I was always very competitive when it comes to games. I always wanted to try and find the best way to win, the best powerful weapons, the best type of skill set I could use to always beat my friends. And then I found out about machinimas, and that is how I found about Halo 3. When I initially saw all the trailers and everything for Halo 3, I was like, this is exciting. I would really want this. At the time, I only had a PlayStation 3 with Call of Duty World at War and GTA 5. I was pretty competitive in Call of Duty, always rocking the LMG. I know Bouncing Bellies, I had that on there, so kind of a dick setup, but I always did prefer always getting the high kill streaks and everything in that. But when I got an Xbox for Christmas and everything, and Halo, that is when a big part of my life changed. Since I got Halo 3, I was playing Big Team Battle, Team Match, Capture the Flag, all that type of stuff. I also joined frequently in like game night, party nights and everything. This is how I met a lot of new friends. I haven't kept in touch with for most of them, and I think that just happens in life. You just, yeah. If I did, I would have way too many friends to play with, and I'll lose out on some more anyway. So, kind of thankful for the friends I have now, but those guys did help me get here, so I'm also thankful for them. They also started the machinimas that I did. What was another big part? It was film editing. This is why I'm doing this as a series in a sense. So, I have something else to do in a passion wise, because video editing and all that is a very big passion of mine. And I want to keep it up. I felt very dull doing a basic gameplay, a let's play and everything, because there's not been much editing in them and all that type of stuff. So I've had some recorded matches as well, and I'm just like, oh, I put this in editing. I don't like this anymore. No, don't want to do it. But Halo 3 was probably also the time my competitive side started dying down. Over the time of me playing Halo 3 and me having my Xbox, I got other games such as Call of Duty and everything, but I just started playing all these games mostly for fun and everything, because my guys that I played with didn't like being so competitive. Like, calm down, we just want to come in this game and have fun at times. Well, it's understandable, that is for some people. But I adapted to him, and I adapted too well, where I kind of lost my competitive side a bit. It died down. Soon after that, I got my PC. With my PC, I slowly built up a library of games and upgraded a bit more and everything. And I did try League of Legends way back in the day. I never liked it. I only played for about like 2 or 3 weeks, and yeah, it wasn't the game for me. I don't like top downs that much. But I heard MOBA was like such a big thing, and I started watching esports on MOBAs, and it's just like, holy crap, this is amazing, and all these skills and all that. League of Legends still wasn't for me at the time, and I think. And then I discovered Smite. I was a part of Ace Games at the time of Smite coming out, especially the alpha and everything. And lucky enough, I don't remember who it was. I think it might have been Hybrid Panda, who hooked me up with a Smite key and everything. And with that, I started doing videos on Smite, and I loved the game. To this day, Smite still holds a good place in my games and everything. Like, I haven't uninstalled it, but at the same time, I'm a bit old school with Smite. Like, a lot of the champs I liked haven't got a buff in a very long time, or their skills get very outclassed by some of the new champs and everything in Smite. And yeah, me and Joe did do rank in Smite a good bit, and as far as I remember, I think the highest we got in that was silver, and then we went downhill from there. Truth of knowledge, probably we didn't play so serious, or we mostly played Clash or Arena when I was with them. I wanted to play Conquest a bit more, but going into a Conquest map without knowing the new seasons or stuff like that, we fell very behind and didn't pay attention to the team play that well either. What brings us up today, I would say. Today I play a lot of Rainbow Six Siege with Joe. A lot. I've also recently, as I've been saying, gotten back into League of Legends, and I'm really enjoying it. My third roles are probably jungle, mid / ADC. I'm not really good at top support at all, so I'll rather do those three. I've also been playing Dragon Ball Z Fighters because I always did like fighting games. The thing is with fighting games, it was either too anime based, so it's very easy, like Naruto Shippuden and stuff like that, or Mortal Kombat wise and Street Fighter was just like various different button combos and everyone else already knew, so good luck learning. Dragon Ball Fighter Z is the mix of anime ones where you can do basic combos and still win, but also Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat mashed into one. It recently won the best fighting game of the year award, and it deserves it. But with that, I have a balance. I have a mixed ground of where to start. So, my goal for the series is to get the highest rank I possibly can get. There's 3 games I have in mind. Technically 4, but 3 and 4 are technically one together, just in case either one doesn't work out. So, the series I have in the games I have listed are League of Legends, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and either Halo 5. Though the problem with Halo 5 is it's very old. Halo 6 or Halo Infinity is on its way, meaning there's not much of it left, especially in the ranked scene. Most people now just play for fun or don't even care about ranks themselves. The community of it is very dismal, and it's going to be hard getting a decent rank in the game itself. Plus I have to get Xbox Live, and depending if I get a job or not, that's not happening. But for a replacement of the third game, just in case, Rainbow Six Siege. I want to get a good high ranking with that. I have a team. Mostly I will probably be playing with Joe. In that I would prefer going with a 5v5 because we've done rank in the game before, and as soon as we hit bronze we go straight downhill, because I'm not saying our gameplay's bad, sometimes it is, but yeah, we get a lot of very much tryhards that are not playing the game correctly, in a sense. I don't mean to hate on anyone who watches the series and plays these games, it's just I feel there is a very way of how to play pro and how to play casual and everything, and I'm trying to go pro. So for Rainbow Six Siege, I would like to get gold 1 or higher ranking in it. I don't play it that much, and I already know my skills are abysmal at best in the game, so gold is pretty high for me, especially after gold is platinum and diamond. So yeah, gold 1 is the highest one I want to try and get. If I can go higher, that'd be great. If not, well, that's a failed. League of Legends, I would like to get platinum. Seeing as there's bronze, seeing as there's iron, bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond, master, then grandmaster, I'm pretty sure plat is a very good middle ground for where I want to get to. And Dragon Ball Z Fighters, I would like to get the rank of Margin by the end of the year. I feel more confident in the Dragon Ball Z one than League of Legends or Rainbow Six. I know in Halo I would like to get Onyx or Platinum, but that's depending if Halo's competitive scene is still there. Well, I finally doubt it. Maybe Halo 6 if it comes out this year, but it's still a mix and match what would happen. So I'll be streaming most of all these games in the new year on my Twitch channel, where you can find literally a pop-up card coming up anywhere on the screen right now. I don't know how I'm going to edit this, but these will mostly be the games I'll be streaming. I know sometimes I'll just give myself a day off either because of I've worked, or it's a day all my mates come over and we'll play something like Super Smash Bros. Or Overcooked or something. It's basically what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to document it. So the date of this video is the 10th of the 12th, 2018. I just got my headset posted to me in my mail, so I now can start streaming again. I'll mostly start the ranked season in 2019 and go from there, but I will be practicing and everything beforehand to try catch up and make sure when I go, I'm not going in with a rock tied to my back. I'm going in as flexible and as courageous as I can be, with a pure goal in my mind. This is going to be my brand new life in 2019, and this is going to be a life of trying to live like a pro and seeing how far I can get. For those of you who watched this far, thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit the like button if you really want to support me in the series. And this is the Pro Circuit. Laters.